Hi everyone, Jackie Mirkopolous, one of your co-founders from Evolve Holistic, once again here with Freyja and Dain from Move Daily, and today we're going to talk to you guys about the importance to unplug in order to plug back in. And what we mean by this is we're so overstimulated all the time, and we live in our concrete jungles, for those of us who live in the cities, and when we surround ourselves in this type of environment, we start to change the frequency at which we're vibrating at. And a lot of times we hear people talk about resonance and frequency, and people are like, what are you guys talking about? And this is the actual kind of like energy frequency that the earth resonates at, that we resonate at, and everything around us resonates at a different frequency. And there was some research done back in the 50s actually by this scientist who did some research to discover that the optimal frequency that the earth resonates at and that we thrive at as human beings when we match that frequency is 7.83 hertz. And what this researcher did was he took a group of people and built this bunker underground and put them in there and kept them in there for a period of time, and they all started slowly getting sick. And no one could explain why. And this researcher that was doing this experiment specifically for the frequency put a frequency machine down in the bunker to resonate right at 7.83, and all of a sudden everyone started to get better. So when you hear something like that and you hear why is it important for us to remove ourselves from the city or go out into nature, it's not just because it's prettier and it smells better, it's actually because we are able to recalibrate our frequency. And that's so important, in what going on a retreat and going out into nature benefits you guys is removing yourself from that concrete jungle frequency, putting yourself in an environment that is resonating at that 7.83 and allowing your body to recalibrate so that you can go back in and kind of reset. Just like we charge our phones and our computers, and most of us have all had that moment where we're sitting at our computer and we're like pressing it to try and function, and it's just like that little like spinny thing is going around and around, and we just have to step back and give it a break. Well, why don't we think the same way for us as human beings? And that's why it's so important for us to be in nature and to be in those environments that can help us recalibrate our frequency.
Yeah, absolutely. Frequency and energy fields are super important for overall health. And it's so important to get out of the city for so many reasons, that being one of them, but another being when we're constantly in the same environment all the time, our day-to-day behaviors can become very mindless because our brain perceives the exact same environment, the exact same stimulus every single day, and so our brain continues to trigger us to eat the things that are comfortable, to do the things that are comfortable, to move in the way that's comfortable or not. And so it's so super important to get out of that typical standard environment into somewhere where the frequency is better, where the stimulus is completely different, so you can truly immerse yourself in that new environment to have a different mindset and approach to things.
And one of the best things about creating that environment is just that, is the impact on the mind. And when we have the power of the mind and we have a space within which we can start to change our mindset or allow our mindset to really open up, it then dictates, it senses motion, it dictates our body's function, and over time we get better. When we are stuck in a route where our mindset isn't allowed or able to be as open as it could be, then our function as human beings starts to slowly degenerate over time because we become intolerant to that same stimulus every day. There's a little interesting bit on research. Just having runners do the same 5K route 3 times a week elicited a certain metabolic response. Taking runners and having them run 3 different routes for 5K, so exact same distance, relative same perceived exertion, but in a different route, elicited a greater metabolic response because their brain was sensing, they were in a different mindset, they were in an exploration mindset, and we were sensing different motion, so the function at the end of the day changed. So it's really interesting what you can do just by changing your environment and allowing your mind to have that more open space to explore.
And ultimately just resetting yourself, recalibrating, right? Because don't forget, guys, you gotta unplug to plug in.